Hello, my dear students. Hope all of you are fine. Once again, I welcome back everyone to our GSC class. So, children, we have already completed our chapter 5, that is adaptation in plants. Already, I have sent so many videos regarding this chapter, and I have revised it again also for your better understanding. I hope that all of you have understood it properly. Children, the beat question answers we have discussed. So today we will discuss the question answer part of this chapter. Okay, children? So you can see it and write it down in your notebook. If you cannot see it properly, then what I will tell the answer, you listen and write it down. Okay? So children, my sincere request to everyone, please write down the all question answer part up to our chapter 5. Okay, in our online class we have already learned about our 3 chapters. In next online class I will teach you chapter 4. Okay, before that I will take a small test as I have told you. So prepare everyone. If I will take any online class of yours, then you will get the link. According that you prepare. Children, question number 1 is given. How does the sloping shape of conifer trees help the plants to survive? Children, conifer trees, these are growing on mountains like our pine, fir, deodar, etc. These trees are tall, straight and thin. Their leaves are also very thin and needle-like structure and with a waxy coating to prevent damage from snow. We all of you know that they are in conical shape and they bear cones with seeds inside them. So children, how can you write its answer? The sloping shape of conifer trees does not allow snow to get deposited on them. So conifer trees shed snow easily and allow each branch to receive direct sunlight. Then children, our question number 2. How do plants in the plains adapt themselves to survive? Children, we have learned that plants those who are growing in plains are 2 types. Okay? Some parts of the plains receive heavy rainfall and others receive less rainfall. I have discussed about them. Okay? The plants which grow in low rainfall are known as our deciduous trees because they shed all their leaves during the dry season. Okay, children? And the plants which grow in heavy rainfall areas are known as evergreen trees as they do not shed all their leaves during the dry season. So, children, no need to write everything, you just write their adaptation. Okay? So, how can you write its answer? The plants that grow in plains have several branches and leaves. Okay, children, like our mango tree or sucker tree, you have seen, no? They have many leaves that are flat and thin. These plants have woody stem. 2 types of plants can be seen here. These are deciduous trees and evergreen trees. Okay, children? Then our question number 3 is, where do xerophyte plants grow? How do they adapt themselves? According to the habitat. So children, we all of you know that the plants which grow in desert areas are known as our xerophytes, like cactus, date palm, bubble. Okay, about these I have explained to in a video. So how can you write its answer? Xerophytes plants grow in desert places, that is, in extremely hot and dry places. Desert places means these places are very hot and very dry. So children, all of you know which animal is there in our desert places? That is our camel. But camel also we have learnt in our last chapter. Now we will write the plants which are growing in our desert area. Adaptations shown by these plants are as follows. Their leaves change into spines to prevent water loss. The stem is green in color and prepares food for the plant. The stem also stores food and water. Roots spread out deep under the ground in search of water and nutrients. Then children, our question number 4 is, what are aquatic plants? Name them and describe adaptations of any one aquatic plants. Children, plants that grow in water are called our aquatic plants. These are of three types. Okay, they are free floating plants, fixed floating plants and underwater plants. Here it is asking that to describe adaptation of any one aquatic plant. I have described about free floating plants. It is optional. You can write about our fixed floating plants or our underwater plants. Okay, which one you like most, you can write about that plant. So, what is about our free floating plants? These plants are small in size. They have light and spongy stem. Okay, children, for that reason, they can float above the water. Their roots are well developed. Their leaves have thin waxy coating, okay, to prevent rotting. Examples of free floating plants, children, are water lettuce, then dockweed, ophia, pistia. These all are our free floating plants. So, children, I hope that you have understood this question. Then our question number 5 is, describe with the help of examples how insectivorous plants feed on insects. Children, insectivorous plants eat insects. We all of you know. What are the two examples? Pitcher plant and Venus flytrap. So first we will write about our pitcher plant. The leaves of the pitcher plant form hollow tubes with a lead called pitchers. The pitcher hangs with the lid open. I have explained it. When an insect enters, the lid closes and the insect is digested by this plant. Then our Venus flytrap. This plant has sticky hairs on the margin of its leaf, which acts like traps. When an insect sits on its leaf, the trap shuts. Then the insect is digested with the help of digestive juices of the plants. Okay, children, I hope that you have understood about our insectivorous plants. If you don't know, you can go to the video and you see it. Okay. So, children, these all are about our question answers of our chapter 5. Next class, we will learn our chapter 6. New chapter we will start. Okay, children, all of you keep on learning. Stay safely at your home. Thank you.